Hundreds of business leaders gathered for this year's WMC Business Day in Wisconsin to hear speakers talk about the political and business climate across the state and the country. One of those speakers was demographer Ken Gronbach. Demography, Gronbach said, is a great tool to understand the economy and the labor force problem in the state.
7 billion people in the world. Wisconsin, a demographic crossroads ahead for labor and talent. Yes, you guys have a problem. And we're going to discuss that. And I'm going to be frank with you about it. But there is a labor issue here, and there's many pieces to it. But I'm going to bring them to your attention because I think you can solve this problem by going to the cause.
Gronbach emphasized the importance of population growth to Wisconsin's market economy.
What's happened to your population is you have leveled off. You're not growing anymore. Your population growth is like under 2%, which is like no growth. And you need to grow. For a market economy, you always need to have your populations grow.
Population growth is also important so that Wisconsin has a generation of what Gronbach called heavy lifters, younger people generally aged 40 through 60 who can help take care of and support children and an aging population.
Heavy lifters are the people that take care of the elderly and take care of the young. They're normally about 40 to 60 years old. In the United States, they're 45 to 55. We peak at our earnings at about 50 years old. That's when we have our biggest house, where we consume the most and we make the most money. State, federal, and local tax. You need heavy lifters. If you don't have heavy lifters, because you have a hole in your economy, because you didn't have babies and it moves into the heavy lifter stage, you got problems.
With the demographic problem in Wisconsin, Gronbach said the best way for businesses to increase the labor supply is by welcoming immigrants and competing with other states to tell workers why Wisconsin is the best place for them to live.
I don't know what happened in Wisconsin, but you're not having children. You're not having children at replacement level fertility. I don't know why. Is it the weather? I don't know. But there's a whole crop of kids that you did not have. Now, you did jump on the bandwagon in roughly 2007. 2007 was a record-breaking year with 4,316,000 babies, 25% of which were Latinos. You know, folks, without Latinos, we wouldn't have a country in 50 years because we wouldn't have any taxpayers or consumers. We simply would not have enough people to advance our market economy.
To attract talented people across the country to Wisconsin, Gronbach said that Wisconsin would need to do a better job marketing itself.
But to be America's Dairyland, that's not winning anybody over. It's not going to bring in any Gen Y talent. It just isn't going to do it. You need to market yourselves, which is what I'm encouraging you to do. You need to brand yourself. You've allowed Wisconsin's brand to be dated and hijacked. And by hijacked, I mean simply somebody else is telling your story. You're not telling your story. You're one of the 10 best places to live on earth, right? True? I know it keeps on showing. Do you realize that there are so many young people out of work that if you simply told your story in the Northeast, I think your talent probably would be erased in a month. But you need to do it. You can't sit back and let it happen because it's not going to happen.
For the MacIver Institute, I'm Ola Lisowski.